Okay, so here's how this should work. I'm going to speak and you will hear my voice, and then while you will hear my voice, there will be some times where I will write on the screen, and when I write on the screen, you should write down what I write. So listen to what I'm saying, think about the problems that we're doing, and then also when I write something down, write them down on your notes as well. So at the beginning of chapter 2, we start off by just talking about some general rules when it comes to multiplication and addition. And in both addition and multiplication, something that we know is true is that the order doesn't matter, and that is actually called, there's a name for that, that's the distributive, see if I can write this, distributive property of multiplication and division. And when it says that order doesn't matter, what it means is it means that it doesn't matter what order I multiply or I add, right? That take this example here, 1 plus 3 plus 5, that is going to be 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9, that's 9. And if I add them in a different order, how about the opposite order, 5 plus 3 plus 1, that will still be 9. Those answers are the same. That's what, when we say order doesn't matter, same thing here. Here we're multiplying 1 times 3 times 5. 1 times 3 is just 3, and 3 times 5 is 15. If I were to multiply in the opposite order, 5 times 3 times 1, that would still be 15. Okay? So when we say order doesn't matter for multiplication and addition, we just mean that it doesn't matter in what order I add or multiply, I will still get the same answer. So, continuing on, if we look at this right here, if I were to change the order of this, let's say I wrote it as instead 2 parentheses times 5 times 83. Those two things are equivalent, that the order doesn't matter. And here, same thing. I could write this in any order, and as long as I'm adding, it doesn't matter. So if I wrote 11 plus 3 plus 89 plus 17, if I wrote it in the backwards order, that will all be the same, that those two things are the same.